Hello guys, my name is PhaseLotA, you can call me Phase, and I figured today I'd take a look at the Undercity. So, this is after the scenario that you play through, and I've flown myself out to the edge of the Undercity, and there's a few interesting things that I figured I would take a look at and see what I can find. I mean, as a Horde player, you don't actually get to see all of this. The Alliance scenario, you obviously start down here and work your way through. But you can see this whole area has just been absolutely burned and torched. There are these really cool Alliance tanks which have like castles on top of them. I'm sure there's a reason for that. And then these like dark iron ram tanks down here, which are pretty cool. But yeah, the whole area is absolutely burned. Most of Garen's Haunt, so again, decimated. There's no one in the buildings, nothing like that. The Alliance siege engines are all burnt out and destroyed. And every now and then there's these blight soldiers. That looks like a gnome. Yep. There's humans and all manner of other races as well. And this goes on all the way up to Lorderon. So I'm going to fly over to Brill, just so we can see some of the weird stuff that's going on here. So obviously this area was captured by the Alliance. Very quick to put up their flags. But yeah, I just thought this was fascinating, so I wanted to show. I mean, this place got razed. There's a few Alliance tanks left behind. Some sort of makeshift first aid area, I assume. Not entirely sure. What used to be the inn and the horse place, mount place rather, and everything else. Oh, can I open that? I've not actually done this. Oh, hang on. Oh. Oh, we have DK. I am in war mode, so this is a bit dangerous. Yeah, we have two doors, which is kind of weird. Anyway, I'm going to get up onto the mount before he decides that he wants a piece of this. Because I do have res sickness, which you'll find out why in a moment. Okay, so I stopped recording because I was pretty sure that this guy was going to kill me. He's already tried. But I'm going to have a little bit of a trick here now, because I'm assuming I know this trick and he doesn't. So let's go and have a look, shall we? Is he going to come down? No? So he's not actually going to do anything. Interesting. Okay, well, while we're here, now you can see why I have res sickness. So, res sickness for some reason is bugged at the moment. It actually reduces the duration, or the damage rather, of the blight. So, as long as I'm careful with mana management, I can completely heal through this. Whereas if he lands, it will absolutely murder him, and he knows it as well. So, I'm going to heal and then take a look around, because this is what I wanted to show you. I mean, it's just basically saying, well, if I can heal through the blight, let's see what they've got. Despite not having any green on the floor, this area is completely blighted. Oh, he's trying. This is unclickable, which I suppose is good, because if you came in from the other side, you just get immediately murdered. So yeah, that's a thing. It still slows you, so sadly, I might have to speed this next bit up. Okay, we've got to the edge, and our Demon Hunter friend is still following, out of interest. I'll just show you down here. The blight still affects you, and there's nothing else. Interestingly, I can actually move faster through water, so the blight doesn't stop swimming, which is kind of cool. Now, there is no blight here, which I found kind of weird, but I'm assuming it hasn't gone this far. But obviously, it reapplies when you get here, so never mind. I'm a little upset our Demon Hunter friend hasn't decided to follow us down into the blight. It would be quite an amusing kill. Anybody who decides to fly over the area, you can go and have a look at that. It's exactly the same as it was in the actual trailers. There's nothing there that you can do. In here is where it starts to get interesting. I mean, I was hoping that I would be able to sort of walk through and down and see the Undercity. I'm not sure if this is a new model or not. It looks a bit crisper to me, but whatever. Maybe it's just me. This all seems the same. Everything's cool. The flower petals are still here from when Arthas walked through. Nothing seems to have been destroyed. Obviously, the blight is still here. My res sickness wears off in 42 seconds, so I have 42 seconds to show you everything before it goes back up to normal damage and I die. The blood from Tyrannus is still here. This whole place is completely unaltered. Moving down into... Well, there's already been a few people attempt to follow me. I wish I'd caught that on film. This is kind of weird. Doodad Tyrannus plaque. That's all it is. It's unreadable. It's just the Doodad Tyrannus plaque, so that's that. Let's quickly try and get down to here before I run out of this, and you'll see what happens. The Undercity's lift doors still actually do open, but as you see, there's an invisible wall, so you can't actually go into the lift. This is the same on all of the actual things. Now you'll see how much damage it actually does to me without res sickness. It's just unhealable through. Yeah. So that's what's down here. The lifts still work, but you can't enter any of them. Nothing has changed except the Tyrannus plaque, which, as you can see, there is still Doodad Tyrannus plaque. And other than that, the Blood Elf area doesn't work, but there's no actual way to enter the Undercity. Now, for anybody who's interested, I can't obviously reclaim my body, so I have to take Resurrection Sickness again. Oh, gear's red now. There's a couple of other things I want to show you. The first one is the cave, because when I couldn't enter the Undercity, the first thing I wanted to do was go to this cave down here, which any Horde player will tell you is the back route into the Undercity. We've probably lost our Demon Hunter friend at this point. And as you can see, it's been blocked off by rocks, so Blizzard really don't want you in this. There's a little gap down here, but you can't see through. However, if I do some kind of weird trickery... My RP for my mount. Excuse my UI, by the way. I know it's extremely weird, but it's what works for me, so let's see if I can just... There we go. So if I get a bit of camera trickery, you can see when I look through the rock that the actual tunnel that led down to the Undercity has been completely removed. So whilst these rocks have been put in place of it, the tunnel itself has been removed entirely. Now, as far as I'm aware, this tunnel was connected to the Undercity. It was part of the model itself, part of the actual mesh for the Undercity underneath the ruins of Lorderon. So, as far as I can sort of figure out, the Undercity entirely has been removed. The model is gone. It doesn't exist anymore. So there is no Undercity at all, which would make sense as to why they've blocked off the lifts in the Undercity area. Now, there was a Death Guard here that the DK killed, and I really wanted to speak to him. I'm not sure if he's actually going to resurrect, because nobody has apparently told this Death Guard about the Undercity at all, and if you speak to him, he tells you that there's no bank in Brill, which, well, he's not wrong. And then he directs you to the Undercity itself, telling you to talk to people in there, and they'll direct you where to go and go down the lifts. So yeah, somebody needs to tell him to turn around, or at least inform him that the Undercity is completely gone. Other than that, the only thing keen-eyed players will notice is that the Undercity name has changed, and it now says Lorderon Keep. So there is nothing left anymore, and that is your lot. The question mark is Zidormi, sorry. She will teleport you back to the original version of Tirisfal in her little time maneuvers. But otherwise, that is the basic thing. The Blight spreads out from the front gates. You can go in the front gates. It's exactly like it is on the scenario. There's nothing there. The Zeppelin Tower has been completely destroyed. The other one is gone, by the looks of it. But yeah, you can land on this and walk around. I can actually go down into the tower in here, but you end up in the Blight again, and well, that just kills you. Although actually I've got Res Sickness, so it doesn't matter. As you can see, it's nothing. It's just a locked out area. And now I'm stuck. Oh, okay, there's the door. So that's what it is. But it's just a ruined war area that's frankly kind of harrowing. I mean, you can still see the blighted soldiers running around down here. The Horde banner on fire. The banners from Saurfang's old soldier cinematic, and the intro cinematic where Sylvanas walks up these stairs. None of the doors work, but all the model is still here. So yeah, you can fly around the Undercity and look. If you do want to go down into the Blight, remember you'll need Res Sickness. But there's nothing that I haven't showed you. It's all pretty much the same. this is the same as it always has been, and then of course the back area is the same as it was in the scenario itself. And that's your lot. That is the Undercity as it is now. An essential Hiroshima style of city. It's no longer inhabitable. And as far as geometry goes, doesn't even exist apparently. So, yeah. Welcome to the ruins of Lorderon. And that's what is left. Hope you enjoyed this video, guys. If you have any questions, as always, leave them in the comments. If you like this video, leave me a like. Really helps me feel good about the stuff I make and possibly making more in the future. Something I'd really love to get into. So let me know. If you've got any problems with this video, you would just hate the work I've done for some reason, well, I suppose in that case the dislike button is there as well. But otherwise, like I said, if you've got any questions, let me know in the comments, and hopefully I'll see you guys in whatever video I make next. Thanks for watching, guys. Phase out.